Hello and welcome to today's video on high altitude investing. Today is my top 10 picks going into February of 2017, and these are just coins that I've been looking at. And by top 10 picks I mean altcoins on Poloniex. These are coins that I've been looking at and I think have a lot of potential for value, and I just wanted to share those with you guys. I have a Bitcoin tip jar right there. If you guys like this video or you want to donate, you can go ahead and scan that QR code. I accept Bitcoin. I also have like altcoin donations in the description. But let's get right into this. So let me switch over here. Alright, so first off I want to say that these aren't in any specific order. They're just 10 that I'm looking at right now. And then also, these are just, this is just my opinion. It's subjective. So who knows what these coins will really do, but this is my opinion on what they're going to do. So my first pick here is Libri Credits, or LBC. And I've seen a lot of volume in this. We saw this huge pump up here, and I traded this coin during this pump, made a little bit of money there, and it's just kind of leveled out. But one of the things I want to point out is that we see this gradual start to an uptrend, and this usually means that it will keep going like that. So excuse me, still a little bit congested from when I was sick, but anyways, so this coin has had a history of downtrending, but it looks like it kind of finally bottomed out right here, and that's a good sign for me. And this is usually when I like to start putting money into these coins, because it doesn't take long for them to start going up in value to where I can profit off of them. So that's my first pick. My second pick is Ardor or Ardor. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Ardor. I just, Ardor Pop. So this coin has been recently added, but right here is a good bottom formation. And it wouldn't break below it. As you can see, it tried to right here, and it just didn't want to break below that. And then it started to do this. So this is nice gradual growth, but there is an exponential trend forming here, and this coin, in my opinion, is not done running up in value. There's been good volume in Poloniex, consistently good volume actually, and so my prediction is that this coin will break its high that it hit right here at 0.000255 Bitcoin. So that's what I'm looking at with Ardor Pop, and that's my personal thoughts on it. Okay, so let's get right into the next one. Expanse has had some pretty good price history in the past, as you can see right here. It's had some nice runs in value. And the reason I'm using Paint right now, my Paint software, is because Poloniex has a lot of people on it, and it's kind of laggy, so it's hard for me to click on the next altcoin and have it load in a fashionable manner, in time. So this right here is a really nice trend forming, and every time it hits resistance, it just comes right back and tests that trend line. And so that's a really good thing in trading, when you see that it has a lot of up support and it doesn't want to even break down below its trend line. So this is one that I've been looking at investing in, and it's one of my picks for this top 10 going into February. Alright, so Digibyte is another one on this list, and it's had a pretty good price history in the past too, but this right here is looking like it could be a nice little bottom forming. And so what I'm looking for is if it just continues to make a trend line again. Most of these are coins that I picked at really, really low values when they're, bottoming out, because that's my personal favorite buy time, is when they're really, really low like this. And then I just set sell orders all the way up these fibs. Set a sell order here, here, here. And so that's generally how I trade these bottom formations. But Digibyte is one that I've been looking at and looks like it's bottoming out, and so it's on this list. Okay, Stratus. Stratus was added pretty recently, and we've seen some nice trending again and a pretty good bottom here. So it's kind of channeled in between that area, which is something I like to see. And it's shown, a ton of volume, 609 Bitcoin in volume, and that's just today. It might come test somewhere around here. I assume that it would test this trend line that it's making. So it wouldn't surprise me if it comes and tests this area, but I feel like this coin has a lot of more growth coming down the road, and so that's definitely something to keep your eye on, is Stratus. All right, new economy movement. This is one that I've actually been holding long since like clear back here, and by back here I mean this price graph and not this timeline right here, this August stuff, months. So I started buying in new economy movement at the start of, Poloniex, when it was first added into Poloniex, somewhere around there. I don't remember exactly my buy spot, but I'm holding really long on this one, and it looks like another good buy opportunity has formed, and this is one that I think is going to start making another trend line and continue to increase in value. Right now it's at 547 Satoshi per coin, but it's one I've been keeping my eye on, and good volume too, so that's something to watch out for. Okay, Litecoin is, the reason I add Litecoin to this is because it's a good bottom formation right here. In my opinion, this is a nice bottom formation, and there's a lot of volume, like more than normal, and Litecoin is adding segregated witness, so that's probably going to skyrocket the value of this for a little while, and it's a good buy opportunity right now, really cheap, and it's been seeing these nice pumps, so that means that it doesn't really like to go much lower than this. This is what I would call a successful bottom formation, triangle formation. So unless it breaks below that low that it made, this coin will be a great investment going into February. Okay, now Dash is one that I've been buying up for a minute now, telling people to buy in on my channel and around here mainly, and I think it's going to keep doing what it's doing, which is forming a trend line here. This coin, I think, will take a lot of the value off of XMR for a minute, but we'll see what happens. It really depends on if it gets added to a market or somewhere that people are going to start using it, like XMR is used a lot, and same with Bitcoin. And if this gets added to some type of market, like a darknet market or whatever, then this will show significant growth, and I think it's going to just show significant growth coming into February anyways, at least coming to test this area right here. So that's my thoughts on Dash. I could make the Dash logo real quick. Troll. Anyways, so So DCR is another one that made it to my list, and this looks like a bottom formation and a breakout pattern. Excuse me. So this is one that I'm definitely looking at. I have invested in. It's up 10% today and has 277 Bitcoin in volume. And it looks like it just came up and tested this first resistance level at 38%. So DCR is one that I'm looking at and definitely a good investment in my eyes. And last but not least, Factom. This one, in my opinion, is a really, really good buy. It has lots of partnerships, like with Microsoft, Azure, and stuff like that. And same with Expanse, by the way. Expanse has a lot of big names that are partnered with it. So Factom is one that I've been looking at. It's shown, kind of this extra bottom formation right here. Found a new, bottom that's above its previous bottom. So this is a good chart pattern in my eyes, and this little V shape right here is a bullish signal. So I suspect that Factom will be seeing a lot of growth in February of 2017. So that's all I have for this video today. I will be posting my altcoin price overview here in a few days and go over all of the coins, or at least more of them. Don't have time to go over all of them, but more that I'm keeping an eye on. And I hope this was helpful for you guys. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay profitable.